Hello, everyone. Hope you are well. On Wednesday night, I'm going to cover several big topics here and then share some pretty interesting stories here. I'm also going to share an interesting email from a viewer and subscriber here in a little bit. Then also, I will have a very good passage from Matthew that I believe you will like. All right, so stay tuned for that. First, as we expected, Biden went ahead and said that he will come out with executive actions, executive orders on the climate crisis. He called it an emergency. Okay. Also, I had a very interesting email from a viewer, a subscriber, that noticed massive increase in military activity where they live. Okay, I'll get to that more in a minute. I did notice some other interesting stories here today. It says that Italy's prime minister will resign as early as tomorrow. Also, the United States military thinks that Nancy Pelosi's planned visit to Taiwan is, quote, is not a good idea right now. That was said by Biden, and Biden also said he's going to speak with the Chinese president, Xi, in the next 10 days. How about tomorrow? Call him up, arrange it. But I thought that was interesting that about Taiwan. Kind of stood out to me. Also, Mrs. Dawg shared this with me, said that a Florida family has discovered that replacing the battery in their electric vehicle is going to cost more than the vehicle itself. I think they bought it used, and apparently the battery needs replaced. And yeah, not a good discovery, not a good thing. Don't you just want to go out and buy one of those electric vehicles now, plunk down 60 plus grand for one of those things? Yep. That's our dog, Ella. She decided to join me doing a video tonight. Okay, Biden did go ahead and announce today that he's going to take executive actions, but he didn't give any, at least I couldn't find any big details on this, but he said that he calls it an emergency, a climate crisis, and he's going to take executive actions here in the next week or so that will focus on extreme heat and boosting offshore wind. I guess wind turbines, I'm not sure. I mean, as far as extreme heat, I mean, making it sound like we are just melting here. I mean, and I know it is hot, and it's a hot summer, but it is summer. It's the middle to late July right now. I mean, we live in North Georgia, and we consistently are getting 90-degree Fahrenheit plus temperatures, but that's pretty normal for us, actually. Now, yes, it came on a little bit earlier. We started getting them in June, but it came on a little earlier this summer, but we get that here. We get the 90 plus temperatures here, plus humidity, okay? I know the midsection of the country, Arizona, Texas, that area in there, is really boiling as well. It gets hot there too every summer, okay? We've had temperatures like this before, okay? So, I mean, that's the first thing that comes to my mind. I mean, it is hot. Now, I know a lot of farmers are struggling with crops and such. They've had those issues before in the past, you know. So there are other issues now, I know, with lack of fertilizer and that kind of thing. So, you know, it is different in that respect. But we'll have to see what, get more details about these executive actions. Should be interesting. Also had an email from a viewer that said that they are seeing increased military activity where they live. Now, I don't want to give away identity here, but this person lives on the West Coast of the United States, and all their life they've grown up near this military base. So they're accustomed to seeing military activity, hearing it, seeing it come and go. That's ground equipment to airplanes coming in, you name it. But they said they noticed earlier this week, it was either earlier this week or over the weekend, can't remember exactly, but noticed a huge increase in the airplanes coming in, the large transport jets. I guess he said large jets, but looked like transport planes, big ones that would just transport a lot of equipment or people. Yeah. They said that the most they've ever seen is maybe one or two come in to this base, but they noticed 15, it was up to 15 of these big planes coming in one day. That's a big increase. That's significant. So it makes me wonder, what are they flying in? What kind of stuff? Equipment? People? Who knows? But it also made us question is if you guys are noticing anything like that, if you live near a base and Air Force base, military base, are you noticing more activity? You're used to seeing a certain routine, I'm sure, of them coming and going or doing exercises and hearing it, but are you noticing a big uptick in that? And if you are, if you can either let us know in the comments, or if you're not comfortable doing that in the comments, you can email me as well. I'd be curious to know about that, okay? But there's so much going on all over the place. We have to keep our focus, y'all. We have to keep our focus. If you planted a garden and you're struggling with it, I know I heard that a lot. We have too. Let's keep at it, okay? Let's keep planting. Summer's not over. Fall and winter will be on the way before we know it, but we have to keep at it. It's a good time to go ahead and plan that fall garden as well. But summer's not over. Let's keep planting. I know Mrs. Dawg planted a lot more stuff this past weekend, so we'll see what happens. But we have to believe in it and keep at it, and it will pay off, okay? So don't give up on that. Just keep strong, okay? Good verse, good passage for today is from Matthew chapter 5. Matthew chapter 5, verse 10. This is part of the Beatitudes, Sermon on the Mount. It says, "Blessed are those who are persecuted because of righteousness, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven." Amen. That is very comforting to me because I believe this day and time, the people that do good, people that are faithful are in the minority. At least it seems that way. So others don't like that. They don't like that very much, and they're going to let you know about it in certain ways. And I think that's going to increase, and the intensity of it is going to increase. So we must be prepared for that and not be surprised by it, but accept it and deal with it and remain strong, stand firm, okay? But keep the faith and keep praying. Keep preparing, okay? Let's be safe out there. God bless you. I'll see you soon.